First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Our second company is BlackSeriesEdition.com. I got to go grab some stuff real quick. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. Oh man, just sit there, please. Let me see. Where is the reader for that? What's that right there? Okay, whatever. I need to go to. Why aren't these here? Can I just say minimize this? Maybe just say minimize that. Alright, while I'm looking for that, let me get something I gotta wipe this. Bring this folder out and get this label printed out. That one, I'm not sure. No, right there. Okay. Let's see. Let me see. A little farther out. Here we go. We need 4 of them. 4. We need 4 of them. 4. Let me see. This size. I need to shrink. I need 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. All right, print that out. All right, want more food? Hold on, give me a minute. Let me get this. I got you. Scissors. I bet you $100. No scissors over here. Usually never scissors over here. And this stuff needs to be put someplace else. Not over here in this. There. Over here. And this again. There. In there. Now, scissors. Let's track those down. Right with the dinosaur again? Raw. 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 I gotta get you more food. And we have to order you litter. There. Fish bones over there, Taco. Not in my area. Now, for those just saying, where's the batch number demonstration? We don't have to do batch number demonstrations. I mean, 5 gallons of this stuff. I think 5 or 10 gallons of it. So we're good. We got plenty of paint. Well, no, not anymore. He took the last of it. So he's coming out of that container. The last batch number we did, he's coming out of that container. And we're out. We don't have any more left. Let me see what I'm on here. What is I'm on here. What is I need to go to, what's the last batch over there? Let me see. Don't you dare hit my freaking camera stand. Alright, buddy, I gotta move you. Come on. Out of the box. Come on, Kaylee, George. Come on. I gotta move your box. You're doing it. Come on. There you go. Come on. Right here, back. Let go. Back. I'm going to slide back in front of that box. I'll hit my stand. Let me see. Let's see what else we did. Nothing around here, as always. Did you get that right? No, you're way off on that one. Definitely way off on that one. Oh, no. All right, getting these set up, getting these done. finished. No, be nice. Come on, print it out. Be nice. Right, where's, let me see, let me see. Oh, containers. Let me see. Now this right here, separate to the side, is an exchange for a customer who's using a projector that we don't support. And as I said before, we do exchanges, but keep in mind, when it comes to the Black Series technology, there's a massive policy that's going to pop up in that bad boy. It clearly warns you, do not use fake or knockoff projectors. If you do this, you're going to be on your own with this. Because that stuff is expensive to make, and I'm not going to go in and fix someone's mistake that they shouldn't have made. Now, if this product shows where it's defective or anything wrong with it, blah, 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 no problem. I got no problem with exchanging, whatever. But if you have a knockoff projector and you buy that product, you're on your own. Because I warned you guys, don't do it. And we have people thinking that, if it shows up on a 1,000 lumen projector, it'll work on ours. No, it will not. We've done these demonstrations. We've taken projectors that claim to be 15,000 lumens, 8K, stuck them next to a 1,000 lumen projector, and a 1,000 lumen projector was able to overpower the projector at 1,500 lumens. So we have to do education tutorial videos on this, and we have them on the blacklist. We just don't have them on the other site. And explain to you, do not go near these machines. Don't buy them. They're fakes. They're knockoffs. They're scams. Don't touch these projectors. I don't care if it tells you if it has 15,000 lumens, if it has 6,000 lumens. That is virtually impossible, especially for a projector that sits inside of a little tiny box like that, which is impossible. The lamp wouldn't even fit in there. No, that would not even happen. So just stay away from these projectors, please, because they don't work. They're scams. We had a couple of people, when we had the 8s, did it and got past it, but we advise you don't do it because it might not work out that well, and you could basically have sitting up there staring into a black screen that, again, that's not picking up anything because we don't support the projector. So don't make the attempt, don't even try it. That's why when people call me up, and we talk on the phone, and the first thing I ask you, two things I ask you. What size is your screen, and what's your projector? If you tell me your projector is an Epson, G-Sonic, anything we have on that list, we can do business. If it's not on that list, we're not going to do business. I did it with everybody. I told people at the end of the day, I got bills to pay just like everybody else. I'm not going to sit there and say something that's not going to work. So people sit there and say, make accusations that we support all projectors. Yeah, you support scammers. Because there's no way in the world that projector is doing what it's supposed to be doing at the end of the day. So you support companies that deliberately make these cheap knockoff products, stick them and flood the market with them, so people, innocent people, can walk around and get caught up in this dumb nonsense. Projectors don't work. Only thing this projector will work on is a cheap product, an untested cheap product. And I'll tell you what, white surfaces, not really have to do too much test with that. I don't even know where a test would begin with the white screen. To tell you honestly, I don't know. I don't even know where that would even start at, because it would fail everything else. If it's great products, of course they're going to work on that, because like I said, it's close to a white screen. It's what do you call it, an increase on a white screen. But then again, keep in mind, neither one of those surfaces will see contrast and color at the end of the day. And you still would be in a dark environment because those projectors have fake lumens. So no, I don't support that. And keep in mind, I told you I had a customer had a bow maker, and this was like a $4,100 I still call them knockoffs at the end of the day. $4,100 knockoff projector, and that thing won't even pull up on a diamond. They're certified screen companies, professional companies don't go near those projectors. They won't even touch them because they don't work on their products, because their products are actually real. We don't support them because our products are real. We don't support knockoff machines because they don't work. And you can go out and for the $95 that I paid for that knockoff machine that was supposed to be 8K and 1,500 lumens, I paid $75 for a 1,000 lumen projector that took it out with no problem whatsoever. So again, stay away from those trashy projectors. Now, if you got one that's a gift, because some people get them as gifts. Somebody said, "Well, I got one that's a gift." Okay, it's a gift. It's nice. You know what I mean? You don't want to be rude or anything at the end of the day, but don't use it on our paint because it's not going to work. And people say, "Well, I got it on a white screen." And I get this all the time. I got it on a white screen. It looks amazing. No, it does not look amazing. Nothing looks amazing on a white screen. White screen is a bottom dollar screen. That's what it is. Nothing looks amazing on a white screen. Sorry, but that's the truth. If that was the case, how come I don't see demonstrations in fully lit environments showing white screens, showing contrast? No, you don't see that. Because that crap doesn't work. It's not going to happen. I love how, let me see it pop over here real quick. Make sure my business account doesn't pop up. YouTube doesn't do it. Amazon does it all the time. Amazon does it all the time. Amazon is known for this mess. They're known for this crap at the end of the day. The fake projectors, fake screens. I hate these when they do this, man, because it's so fake. Now, see, Elite screens, they put their logos in. Oh, I read Elite screens. I said projection screens. I didn't say particularly which ones I wanted. Really don't listen to anything I just said a few minutes ago. Put me on the leaf file over there to begin with. That doesn't make any sense. This is what bugs me. Now, Elite screens, they put the logo up. That's what they do. They don't do that fake nonsense. You don't see pictures and all blah, blah, blah. Just you put the logo up. That's the screen. That's what it is. These companies, on the other hand, do something completely different. They put up these pretty colors that you know darn well you are never going to be achieve this off your screen. And we're going to have to do a tutorial. We definitely have to do a tutorial on that. Definitely. What to watch out when buying screens. You got to be real careful, man. I don't know why Amazon doesn't screen this stuff more carefully. There's another company, if they're still on there, they were advertising as if their screens can be used outside. Heck no. If a screen can be used outside, there's going to be a specification area on that particular specification to explain why it's a weatherproof screen. If you ain't seeing all that on there, oh, that's not good at all. It's a good way to get electrocuted because some people will literally these things plugged in. go out there and touch it, and you'll be doing like that guy did on a National Lampoon vacation. No, Christmas vacation. Or Christmas, yeah. National Lampoon Christmas, and he got electrocuted by the lights. How that? And some of them now on there are trying to pass off 4.3s as actual screens that you can use as the same equivalence of a 16:9. That's a freaking lie. So how in the world is Amazon allowing this nonsense to go through? Because they don't care this money, that's for. That's why. I'm just glad when I was getting into the field that these projectors didn't exist, because I would have been duped. I would have bought one of them. And then people get intrigued by the price. It's really cheap. And you think you're going to get all that. You're not going to get any of that. How come this is not popping the way I need to pop? What's wrong with this? Why is not working? Oh, there we go. Now we got. There we go. We're a little clogged there. Yeah, so you gotta be careful. Especially when it comes down to those projection screens, the white screens, you gotta be careful. If this works. If we got it fixed. I'm going to show you. We'll do a tutorial. I got to do tutorials anyway, so we'll do a tutorial now. If you want to watch, you can watch later on. It's up to you. It's going to be there on the website. It makes no difference. But at least you know, when you come to our site, you will have tons of information on showing you how to navigate eBay. Because there's certain ways projectors do not display it a certain way. You will find out you're going to have problems with it. Like for instance, when you see people displaying projectors that look like they were just taken off Google imaging, that's a bad idea because you don't know the condition of that projector, especially when it's a used projector. Anything could be wrong with it. You can have a crack in the chassis. Don't even know it. And again, if you get a projector that has a crack in the chassis, that means that there could be more damage to the projector, a lot more damage, because everything is so compact in that machine. And if something was able to crack a chassis on a projector, which is a pretty heavy chassis, that means you have more than just the damage that you're looking at. It's going to be far worse than that. Anything could go wrong in that. There's an issue with lamps. When you buy lamps, some people actually 3D mode their lamp, the housing to the lamp. So if that housing is off by just a little bit, it's not going to fit in your projector. Not going in at all, period. So I've had that happen to me before. I bought a lamp from somebody and tried to fit it. For some reason the power connectors wouldn't hit, and they're off by a couple of inches. And that's because somebody 3D printed the housing, and that's what they were doing. And so it wouldn't fit. And you can't just shove it in there because you'll damage your projector. It has to lock in there nice and tight without any strain, without any resistance, the way to put it, no resistance. So you gotta be careful about that. And there is no way to tell on that one. There really is no way to tell. You just have to find out the hard way. There's no way to really tell. Unless you buy from a real deal company, you get the original lamps. And the original lamps can cost you a lot of money depending on what you get, what you have. This is why before I buy any venue, the venue lamps can be expensive. Before I buy any venues, the first thing I do is I go look up the lamp and see how much the lamp is going to cost me first. or filters or any of that stuff that may come up. Filters is rare, I want to replace, but the lamp I'm definitely going to be replacing. So I make sure that the lamp is going to be not going to be expensive, because you buy a venue, you're buying it used. So if the person didn't go in and change out the lamp, you're buying whatever is left on the lamp from what they were using it for. So find out how much that lamp's going to cost you. Barcode are extremely expensive. You can get a barcode for 250 bucks and still spend $8,000 for a lens. You got to be careful about that when you buy venue projectors. What they'll do is sometimes they'll take the lens out, because the lens is actually sometimes more than the projector. And what they'll do is they'll turn the projector on and they'll slant the camera to make it look like there's a lens in there when actually there isn't a lens in there. If you zoom up on it, you'll see 4 screws that will pop up. Those 4 screws are visible and you can see them. They pull the lens. But what they'll do is sometimes they'll turn the projector on. You'll see the light on, but there's no lens there, and they'll slant it just a little bit so you can see some light coming out of it, but you won't actually see a physical lens there if you don't know what you're looking for. You'll get duped down on that one. They do the same thing in the back. They'll slant the camera just a little bit so it clips half of the peripherals in the back, and they'll say it's HDMI, but you really don't know if you're seeing the HDMI or you're seeing a USB at the end of the day. So you gotta be careful about that. That's why Projector Central comes in handy, because you can go over there, type in that model number of the projector. Now the problem you have when you're dealing with the venue projectors is the lenses are interchangeable. They pull out. Some of them pull out. The lenses can be changed. That's why when you buy a venue projector, you won't get a lens with it. You have to pretty much buy your lens. So you ultra short throw, extended long throw, standard throw. I got a whole bunch of them you'll be choosing from. So chances are, like I said, they pull the lens, but if you get the lens, some will say it's short throw. But the lens might not be a short throw lens. It could be a standard throw lens sitting in there and you think you're buying a short throw lens. So you got to get the number of the lens, look it up, and see if that lens definitely is a short throw lens. You got to do all that to make sure, because you don't know what the merchant is going to be 100% honest with you, or he just basically going to show you some crap at the end of the day that's not going to be what it is. Now some of them might have a lens about this freaking long on there, about that long. I don't say that's a short throw lens. That is not a freaking short throw lens. That is an extended throw zoom lens. That's what that is. And you'll find out, because when you get home, you try to do a 100-inch screen, you realize you're going to have to be 18 feet back to achieve a 100-inch screen, because the lens was designed for a movie theater setup, an actual movie theater setup. Not where you have the projector sitting on the stand like I had upstairs. I'm telling you, these are ones that go into a booth. So I had a customer who was actually building a real movie theater in his extension to his house. And he had a booth in the back for the projector. But you couldn't figure out, every time he put a projector back there, he turned it on, it would hit the walls, it would hit the ceiling, it hit everything, and it was just all over the place. And I said, because you got the wrong lens in there. You're an extended long throw zoom lens. And when you fire them off, I'll show you a demonstration. 2 projectors, both, they look exactly the same, but I'll show you the difference in the lens. So when that fires off, it fires a narrow picture that's not going to hit the wall, it's not going to hit the seats, it's going to travel across and just hit that screen, and then you can expand it from there, because it shoots a narrow throw image, where the other one just shoots all over the place. And that's what he needed. That's the problem he was having. So he kept buying these projectors, he kept taking it back, and for some reason they all kept doing the same thing. I said, there's nothing wrong with the projector, your lens is just not, you need a certain lens to do that. That's if you're doing the booth, and you're going to have to be a good distance back. You're not going to be doing it at 18 feet back. We're going to give you about 100 inches. You really going to have to be back there. So I guess, I mean, 30 feet. Let me see. Let's go to projector. Well, then the lens probably see if you go to Projector Central and look at my projector, it's going to show a standard, because my lens I have on my projector is not a standard lens. It's actually an upgrade lens. So I actually have a zoom lens for my Chrissy LW505. I got a standard lens with that one. No, I got a zoom lens with that, because I bought that projector and the person who sold me the projector tried to rob me. I got the projector here, all the warning lights flashed, shutters, all that was going off, lamp, all that was flashing, and the projector was definitely damaged. It wasn't even coming on. So the projector came with an extra remote control. Ooh, yeah, because they're hard to get. And it came with an extended throw lens, a long zoom lens. Well, let's say long throw zoom lens. That's what it came with. So after I had won a claim, PayPal said don't send it back, because that's what he was doing. He was basically taking the projector, getting a crazy amount of insurance on it and sending it busted. So then that way you'll send it back and he'll file an insurance claim or whatever and give you your money back, and he'll keep a large chunk to himself. So I feel like that projector has been used multiple times, so they told me to keep it. So I took the projector and I pulled the lens and I pulled the remote control of it. Oh, and the filter, because filters are $300. That's why filters are $300. But I don't know how in the way you would bust up a filter. I don't know how that would go. How that would even work, that you would end up busting up a filter. All right, so these are finished. This is the exchange right there. So that's finished right there. Oh, we got to tape these up too. Let me see. I need to tape. But this nonsense right here with these fake screens, these white screens, showing these backgrounds with all these pretty images popping up and fully lit environments. That is such a lie. It's not even funny how much that's a lie. That is never going to happen. Just show the screen with the projector not on. Just leave it as it is. Like this nonsense right here. Going well, this is not going to happen. Where's that other image they have on here? See? That is never ever going to happen. Never. That image that sharp, that clean on a white screen? Are you kidding me? With that kind of light? No. No, 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 no. No, no, that's a huge lie. That will never happen. And especially if it's rear. If it's rear and you got light filtering through the screen at the same time, the screen's going to wash out so fast it's not even funny. That's not going to happen. That's a complete lie. And people get that screen home because they look at it and see that on there and they go, it's got to be my projector. Let me go out and spend the money for a more expensive projector. Maybe I can fix the problem. Just to find out they just make the problem even worse because you just introduced more lumens to the screen, which was already having issues already. There is no way in the world. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Look how they do this side by side. Like you're really going to pick up a level that dark off a white screen. Pick up the same thing. There's even, I think it's Knox or Paint on Screen, one of them, they sell white screen paint. Yep, white screen paint. How are you marketing that? How are you marketing white screen paint? How does that even work? Yep. Whopping insane 1.1 gain. Blow your freaking socks off. Yeah, right. That's not going to go well. Where's my charger at? We got burned through a charge already, Taco Kitty. Yes. So we're gonna do. I got a fantastic title for that one. We have to do one. That way we can help some people out. And keep them from getting caught up. Now, if you're going to buy a white screen to paint over it, hey, knock yourself out to do it all the time. I paint over white screens all day. Yeah, it's fantastic for that. But if you're buying it for your main screen, don't do that. At least, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do it. Because it's going to be bad. It's going to be so bad. All right. That person's done. Get a picture of them. Shoot them, let them know they're good to go. All right, so got the customer. In case the order, and the other one for the exchange, you are good to go. I will be contacting you, let you know your exchange is ready to go, and also two for the other customer who ordered his product. I'm like, what in the world? Yeah, so basically, yeah, I'm basically processing orders, uploading, designing the other company, and basically at the same time, getting ready to shovel off for the new place. All at the same time. That's why I said when I issue people contracts and they go, well, you know, I had to go do so and so and this, that, and the other. Excuses. Get it done. You know, if you want life like that, you know what I mean? You want to bump things up and give a little job security and whatever at the end of the day, then you have to work for it. It's not going to be handed to you. You're going to work like a dog every day. And days you're going to come, you're going to be tired. You don't want to work. You still don't have to work. Doesn't make a difference. When it gets to the point where my next plan is when I get everything out there and everything is advertised and we got storefronts that are running, then I'll let other people run it. And then Mr. Bird goes on vacation. That's what I'm planning to do. That's the last step. Stages I had to go through in order to get to a certain stage. It takes years to do it, and depending on what you're doing and what you need to have it done. So we did all the testing, everything we had to done for the last couple of years, all the experience, everything we got. Next stage, we bring it off the line, we introduce it into storage, we get into the main line, and then when all that's done, I'll let other people run the company, and Mr. Bird goes on vacation. There you go. Well, I'll be doing more on vacation. I'll be doing a lot of charity work. That's what I'm planning to do. A lot of charity work. Why not? And basically have a vacation. Somebody else can run. Every once in a while, I got to pop in and just basically go, yeah. I tell you something. I saw the new glasses for the Oculus. Was the Oculus they call? I had the first one, so when it came out, the one that had like 256 gigs or something on it like that. I had those right there. They were nice and all. Just the games were pretty poor because if you're in there and you're expecting to do some serious hardcore gaming on there, it's not like that. It's kind of a Wii U episode going on there with all the games. I mean, it's fun and all to a certain degree, but I just couldn't keep my interest on. I need some hardcore games. I mean, you can basically attach a wire to the back of it and link up to your PC and go from there, but you're talking about a system that glasses that only do 720p and you're running off a graphic card that's going to do 4K. It's not going to go too well. So, that's how you expand your library if you never had one of those units before. I mean, it's nice if you're a first time getting on there and gaming and all, your first time doing VR, it's a good breaking point to get into. But if you're a serious hardcore gamer, you're not going to like it in there. I only had mine for about 2 months and I got rid of them. I just couldn't get, the gaming was too weak for me. I'm thinking it's going to be, and then there's no tracking capabilities. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the tracking system is much better than the PS2, is way beyond that, but still at the end of the day, it's no hardcore games like the G2 or the Index 2 or Index 1 or one of them. Or I think, who has a new system out? It's supposed to be like $5,000 and like 5K. It's crazy, but they use it for business. It's something crazy they were designing. But they want $1,500 for these for the VR system. The only problem is that I had with the Oculus is the battery. The battery pack was another issue because the battery only got like 2 hours of time into that. And it's supposed to be like a wireless system, but eventually at the end of the day, you're still going to be strapped to a cable because people had to plug up. You can use a phone charger to charge your battery as you're actually in there playing. So you still got to be attached to something at the end of the day. And if you wanted to expand your library and go on PC and go through Steam, you still had to have a data cable attached to you. So, but the new ones they got now, I mean, basically they're going to be designed more like work, interactive, stuff like that. You can have business meetings and all that stuff on Facebook. That's an interesting concept if I'm using it for business. I can understand paying the $15 for that, but again, he kind of went about it the wrong way because you introduced the VR system. I hope he doesn't obsolete the other ones. That'd be jacked up. But anyway, to push people into paying the 15 because that's not going to work too well. But the beautiful thing about the Oculus, it introduces people that are casual gamers, people never gamed before in their entire life, and it gives them a chance to have experience the VR world. But before that, you really had to have an expensive rig to begin with, and you had to have some expensive VR, and everything else was expensive to go with it. It's a very expensive hobby, but he made it so everybody can actually get a chance to see what it's like. Now, again, if you are a hardcore gamer, it's not going to work out well for you. You're going to spend a lot of your time in lobbies, art galleries, which I wasn't all the time in art galleries, but other than that, you're gaming with casual gamers all day. I mean, don't get me wrong, if the casual gamers don't take it offensively, but there's a difference between a hardcore gamer and a casual gamer. There's a huge, massive difference between the two. You guys get one kill, you're happy. We get one kill, we're depressed for the entire day. So different for us. We used to have massive kill counts at the end of the day. When I used to do Unreal Tournament, I used to get 20 frags a minute. My kill count was extremely high. I was actually #1 on the leading dashboard because the problem was I played on PC. I played on PC, and on PC, basically keyboard and mouse is a little bit more accurate on top of that. But on top of that, you learn a lot of things about weapon combos and how to basically strategize on how to take your opponent down, different map levels to your vantage point. So the thing about it is on console, they didn't even know how to use the weapons. So the weapons said certain weapons had capabilities to unlock other more powerful weapons, and they had to use weapon combos. So you had people in there running around just shooting, not even thinking, just grabbing anything, and they didn't realize there's a strategy behind those weapons. Like if you're using bio cannon and a plasma cannon. Bio cannon, I would shoot that blob of radioactive goo behind you and then charge up the triggers. You have to switch back and forth to charge your trigger to cause this huge plasma ball would pop out and boom, it would blast you into the goo and you take double damage. You're nowhere near you're surviving that. They didn't know how to do that. They didn't have to hit the control. You hit it once, charge, you hit the second time charge and hit it again. It would cause this thing and they thought I was modding in the game. It's like, no, y'all don't know how to use your weapon combos in games. That's the problem. Rocket launchers, which are my personal favorite. One section you can charge it up and you can bounce a whole bunch of grenades down a hallway. So I would actually drop a couple of shots in your direction. You would run up the staircase, which I knew you were coming up, and I would drop a bunch of grenades to come bouncing down the staircase and take you out. Or my personal favorite was to jump off the side of a wall when everybody's down there fighting and basically drop grenades, make it rain grenades, and then come down there with a railgun and just spray in between. There's no way around it. So there's certain weapons they didn't know how to use, the weapon combos. And there were tricks and stuff how to get around stuff, but they didn't know how to use anything in there. At all, period. And it was easy just to wipe them out. Once in a while, I would run into somebody that was actually extremely good. They were another PC gamer. I was like, oh, yeah, this is going to be good. Because I can see they know how to use their weapon combos. I was like, oh, this is going to be pretty good. Yeah, I had so much fun at Unreal Tournament. My gamer tag was Your God Maker 999. That was my gamer tag. I had a speech I would say before I came into the room. I would go in and say, Your God Maker declares himself the winner of this match. Prove me wrong. And they couldn't beat me. 20 frags a minute. Because I used to play on PC. A little easier. You know, much more advanced when you play on PC. Anybody will tell you, get a person if you're person, you know, I've seen people on controllers that are extremely good. But a keyboard and mouse is 10 times more accurate. Your kills would be much more faster. You move, when the time it takes for you to turn it takes you to turn on a joystick on a keyboard and mouse. Are you kidding me? How fast I can turn around and take you out just like that? That's why a lot of people loved the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast, when they had Quake on the Dreamcast and they had Unreal Tournament. Dreamcast had an attachment for keyboard and mouse. Oh my goodness, are you freaking kidding me? They're bringing keyboard and mouse for Dreamcast and Quake's on it? Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it was fun. They should bring out another Unreal Tournament. I love freaking Unreal Tournament. Oh my goodness, and Quake, I love Quake. Man, those were good games. But now I'm in there playing this, playing whatchamacall, what's that game called? I'll think of it. It'll come to me later. All right, so I got everybody taken care of. They're good to go. I want to do a tutorial. I need to put it. I don't have anything in the link page. The link page is looking kind of weak, so I have to do some stuff for the link page. So I have to do it. I need to do a tutorial on eBay, navigating eBay, and we need to do the tutorial today on just craziness at the end of the day. Just white screens, the big lie. That's a good one. All right, gotta go. Thank you all, and thank you for the support. And God bless.